So we have got some information that I think is going to turn this Prince case in an ominous direction. We are told that at least one of the doctors who prescribed drugs to Prince was friends with the singer. That means a whole lot because, as we told you, he almost OD'd from Percocet 6 days before he died. He had an addiction to this drug for years before he died, before 2010 when he had his hip surgery. And it is hard to get this drug when you're using it in excess, and even from one doctor. We are told that based on a meeting that was held yesterday, that there was more than one doctor. We don't know the number, but it is totally unsurprising that more than one doctor would have been prescribing a very powerful controlled substance.
Well, and Harvey, here's the problem with what you're describing, and we, again, talked about this with Michael Jackson, and that's come up a few times now. Having a personal relationship with your doctor, if you're friendly when you go to the doctor, that's one thing. Being personal friends and friends of the family crosses the line when it comes to certain kind of prescriptions. And the reason I say that is, in Michael Jackson's case, we talked about, I remember working on this where we found out that Michael went to their house during Christmas time. They would go over to the doctors and hang out off hours.
They were at weddings.
They were at weddings, exactly.
Vacations.
There was more than one, but Arnie was one of them, yes.
The Arnie Klein vacation, that's Arnie Klein, who passed away recently. Arnie Klein, who was fueling Michael Jackson, not just under Michael Jackson's name, but many aliases, went on vacation with the guy.
And that's the problem, is what happens in these kind of cases.
They ingratiate themselves.
Exactly, that's the word I was looking for. What happens is that, and then in this, when the issue happens, all of a sudden you're prescribing to a friend, and when your friend, if they are an addict and are asking for a certain medication, it's harder to say no. And what we know about Prince so far, we do not know the names of the doctors or doctor that's a friend of his yet, but I will tell you that they have now gone and looked, and they are going to pull all these records at every one of these pharmacies.
We know they've been to at least one.
Exactly, and all of those records are going to point back to wherever they came from, Harvey. And I can tell you, knowing that he went to one pharmacy 4 times in 7 days,
it tells you
everything.
What does that tell you? It tells you everything.
It tells you everything that we're talking about.
And by the way, Mike, look, we're going to tell you what we know, and I'm going to make it clear if we don't know, but I have a strong feeling, based on what we know, that you are going to see numerous aliases.
There would have to be. There would have to be for the quantity of Percocet that we know he was taking. And there's no way one doctor would even I would think
one doctor couldn't. No, because the way it works is
couldn't. Even the pharmacy would.
Because they get flagged because it's a controlled substance. So what happens is it shows up in a computer with an excessive amount, and all of a sudden the doctor's in huge trouble. So that's how they cover their tracks on this stuff. You get multiple doctors under different names, and that's how a lot of these celebrities have covered their tracks on this, and doctors have facilitated
doctor shopping.
And by the way, when is the last time you heard somebody ODing on heroin or coke? It's all prescription drugs. And this is what's been going on for the last 7, 8, 9 years. With celebrities particularly, it's all prescription drugs because it's easy to get, it's powerful, and there's cover. And you can get it, you don't have to go on the street, you go to a doctor's office, you don't even have to go to the doctor's office, and they start writing it for you.
Yeah, this is Jonathan from Dallas. I think it's a really sad situation with the drugs or whatever. It's kind of like a relative. You don't want to believe the worst about them, but with the doctors, I think they should really investigate that and find out who did it and prosecute them because we lost one of the best.
We should, by the way, say that the family, Prince's brothers and sisters, they're already at war. Tyka, the full sister,
had a meeting. There was a meeting with a couple of the brothers,
Omar
Alfred and Omar, and it blew up. And in fact, she ended up storming out of the meeting as soon as they started talking about how much money how the money was going to be distributed.
It erupted when Alfred stood up and basically said to Tyka, look, I was not invited to his private memorial, and I was the only sibling that was excluded, and I feel disrespected, and it just went downhill from there.
Well, and I spoke to somebody, Harvey, about the family, and they said almost certain that this was going to happen based on Tyka and Omar, one sister and one brother, who are actually close to Prince and are close to each other, but you have all these other half-siblings who don't live in the area and are coming into town. I think we know they all believe Taika wants to take control, and they all believe that she's trying to.
She feels more entitled because, you know, the law is they all get a sixth, and they're all going to share it equally. She does not believe that, and she feels, because she was closer to Prince, that and a full sister.
I was going to say, full-blooded
that
sister.
She should get more.
Exactly, and I know the other family members are definitely going to fight that if it keeps coming up. And yesterday she stormed out of the meeting, Taika, because that came up. Is one of the things that came up was at the end, besides that he didn't get to go to the memorial, was okay, so now what do we do? And then when she started saying, here's what I'm gonna do, they said, whoa, what are we all gonna do? That's when it went off.